If you have not used a hitch mounted crane before, here's a look at this one from Maxxhaul. This dude is rated to 1,000 pounds, but keep in mind that sort of depends on how close or how far you attach your chain on the boom. Far out on the boom, 500 pounds. Close on the boom, 1,000. Let me just show you this thing in action. First of all, it's kind of a big unit. So you're gonna have to carry this thing over to your vehicle. It comes apart in two parts. It's kind of got the base and then it's got the crane part. And you take the base and you slide it into your trailer hitch, and then it's got an extendo arm. So you extend out the crane itself. That will give you a little more sort of leverage and distance from the base of the vehicle. Note that it is also on a couple of legs. So all your weight is not actually on your tow hitch. A lot of that weight is on the legs. So then the interaction is really with this guy, which is just kind of like a jack. It's like a big bottle jack. If you want to loosen it, you take the handle, you attach it to the screw thing right here, and you just loosen it up. It's just a hydraulic jack. It's got hydraulic fluid in it. And to jack it up, you tighten that, and then you start going right here. It is very little exertion for lift. It's really like, you know, fingers of strength, like hardly any strength involved. So anyway, you just need to configure whatever you're lifting pretty carefully. Here I'm using a yellow strap. It's not a really heavy object. It's just kind of to demo and show you how I'm lifting stuff, but you're probably going to be using a chain or a cable, and you need to get your length just right. If it's too long of a strap, you're not going to get whatever you're lifting into the back of your truck or your van or whatever, because this thing only has, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet of lifting ability. Like, you can't lift something up 8 feet. All right, so I've used these guys over the years, both in my trailers and in my trucks, and they are awesome for getting you out of a jam as far as lifting is concerned. You can definitely lift 1,000 pounds with one of these guys, or 500 out at the tip, and that is a huge object. 500-pound log is a giant stump. Like, that is a lot of stuff. Usually it's too much to actually put in the tailgate in the back of your pickup truck. So whatever you're lifting, if it's like 400 or 500 pounds, you want to get it into your truck, and then you want to get it to the front of your truck. Note that you can adjust where the crane goes, so it's not really in a fixed position right now. These tightener bolts kind of lock down on the arm, but it can shift closer and further away. So you can really put this guy wherever you want it. Also, keep in mind that the whole crane swings. So you can swing your item out or in. It's all swinging on this joint right here, and this joint is not permanently connected. Like, it pops off. That way you don't have to move this whole unit as one. You can instead move it in 2 separate pieces. And then sometimes people ask me if this thing will fold flat. You can fold it down pretty well. Like, these legs all have pins that pop out. You can fold it down, put it in the back of the truck. But this guy, you really kind of have to disassemble it to get it to really collapse down. You got to pull these bolts and nuts off, and you can do that if you want to break it down, but it's really better to not fully break it down, because it does take some time and some tools to reassemble it. But basically the pieces are this piece of the arm, that piece of the arm, the jack, and then the base. All right, so that's a look at this hitch mounted truck crane. Not perfect by any means, but it will get you out of a jam, and is a pretty amazing way to lift heavy stuff into your vehicle.